thing about empires, the bigger you build them, the more your enemies want to knock them down. Let them have their fun. You and I will revisit them soon enough. Do you want to come and play? Game of War. Play for free now from the App Store.
Excuse me, you realize this television's on a channel with men in silk robes slapping each other? Maybe we could just switch it to where the athletes are wearing shoes?
This gentleman and this gentleman want to know if we can change his channel.
I love karate. He doesn't like karate.
What? No, me?
You don't like karate?
I love it.
Are you kidding? I've been telling you how much I want to join a dojo. Could you recommend a dojo?
Buffalo Wild Wings, 21 sauces and seasonings, tons of taps, and countless flat screens. Nowhere is sports more alive.
SportsCenter on the road from Las Vegas. Is this how you go to work? Floyd, Money, Mayweather. Just moments ago, coming over, we showed you 15 minutes ago, Floyd Mayweather. And in this era of fighters trying to top each other, I would have to say the arrival decision goes to Manny Pacquiao.
And usually we talk about Floyd Mayweather's excessive lifestyle.
Right.
And Pacquiao one-ups him here on the arrival in the stretch.
I wonder if Floyd could do that all over again and know what Manny was going to show up in if he would have changed his mode of transportation. Speaking of arrivals, Teddy Atlas has joined us as well here now. And 21 years ago was the trainer for Michael Moore, an underdog, southpaw. And there is proof then, there is fact there that Manny Pacquiao then could win tonight because it has happened before.
By the way, just for the record, we didn't come to the arena in a limo.
What'd you come in, yellow cab?
We walked.
Did you really? Old school.
True underdogs.
Were you staying at the casino where the fight was? Going through the lobby?
Yes. You know what I did during the week? I took recognition to myself that he was feeling like an underdog, Michael. So I didn't want him to feel like an underdog. So I did something out of character for myself. A couple days before, I looked at him. He looked a little melancholy. I didn't like that. Melancholy, no good before a title fight.
Right.
So I had to do one of these live hits like we're doing here. There's a million of them.
Yeah.
And it was getting time to do one. And I said, when am I doing the one that goes, the affiliate that goes to his hometown? He said, you're doing it in about 40 minutes. All right. I said, Michael, I'll see you in a little while. I said, I'll be back in a little while. Relax. We're going to work out later. I leave. I go. I do the interview. And I go on there. Never in my life did I say something like this. I said, I am guaranteeing you that day after tomorrow, Michael Moore will be heavyweight champ of the world. Guarantee. No doubt about it. When I got back, he wasn't melancholy no more. You know why? All his people in the hometown called him up and said, your trainer just said you guarantee you're heavyweight champ of the world. And you could just see it on his face that it made a difference.
So was he angry at you for doing that?
He was happy. It just, you could see that it lifted him, that, hey, he believes in me. I can't be melancholy here. He believes in me. He knew how I was. He knows I'm a pretty private guy. I'd say what's on my mind. But I don't do those kind of brash things, you know, and I never try to make it about myself. But at that moment, I wanted him to know that his trainer, most importantly, his trainer, believed in him, had no doubt what was going to happen.
You had a far greater influence on the outcome of that heavyweight championship fight than many expect Floyd Mayweather Sr. or Freddie Roach to potentially play a role tonight. Roach has been a little more outspoken. The Mayweather camp, it's all about whatever Floyd Jr. really wants. Many have called this the best day in sports on the entire calendar. This is going to be the nightcap. It's been a good day so far.
I wonder if Floyd had the Kentucky Derby winner.
I know last night he was heading to the sports book to get on the Hawks. Who knows? Two, when they had the call to the post. And the vanguard early as Dortmund and firing line would try to get out of the way of traffic. So critical each and every derby to survive that coming out of the gate as you go along the clubhouse. After the quarter mile, it was firing line, Dortmund, and American Pharoah. Not much pace early on here in Churchill Downs today. Dortmund overtakes firing line for the lead. American Pharoah was battling for third. Victor Espinoza up in the irons. You remember he did it last year on Derby Day. After a half mile, Dortmund, Baffert's other horse, firing line, and Espinoza looking for back-to-back Derby wins on American Pharoah. Still the same three, not much changing throughout. Baffert had to be loving the way this was now setting up. After 3/4 of a mile, Dortmund, firing line, and American Pharoah, who had won 4 straight races coming in. He was the hot horse, and it was setting up for him here as they would turn for home. The same 4 horses in the lead as they approached the turn. Dortmund, sired by Big Brown, so his daddy did it. Now he was trying to win the Derby. And after the mile, Dortmund, firing line, and American Pharoah as they would take it home for the run for the Roses.
Dortmund is down at the rail as they come into the final furlong. American Pharoah, firing line, not done yet. And these two come into the final 16th. It's American Pharoah in front, firing line. Dortmund is third, Frosted is fourth. Coming to the finish, American Pharoah and Victor Espinosa have won the Kentucky Derby. Firing line was second, Dortmund was third,
Baffert has done it. His 4th Kentucky Derby win. American Pharoah with Victor Espinosa.
Still, I can't believe it, okay? I'm dreaming. I told everybody I was living the dream, and I don't want to wake up, and now it's reality, and I still can't believe it. I bred and won Kentucky Derby, so we are beyond ecstatic. You know, this game is very humbling and very thrilling, and it's the most exciting 2 minutes in sport. Indeed it is. But this time my wife started crying before we finished, and she was like nervously not going to take it away from us. And lo and behold, we changed from tear of joy after that.
So for the 3rd straight year, the favorite has come out on top at the Derby. This year, American Pharoah. Last year, of course, California Chrome, who failed in his bid to win the Triple Crown at Belmont. In 2013, it was Orb. First time since 72 to 75 that 3 consecutive favorites have won the Derby. 4 Derby wins now for the Hall of Fame trainer, Bob Baffert. And you know, the crowd that can pull it off has pulled it off today. The Jet Set crowd. As Edelman, Gronk, and Amendola, the Patriots did the Derby, and now the private plane out here to Vegas. And Steve, have you seen what's going on at the Vegas airport? Because look at the amount of private jets that have landed here this weekend to take in Mayweather-Pacquiao. Now that's the ultimate double dip in sports right there. Derby and fight.
About that. All right. This will cool things off a little bit. Ice hockey. Teddy, feel free to jump in on the Capitals Rangers if you want to.
Thank you.
Rangers lost game 1 of the series in the final second. This is game 2, 3rd period. Rangers at a 2-1 lead. Marty St. Louis to Derek Brassard. And he's able to beat Braden Holtby as the puck trickles through. On St. Louis' pass, through a couple of Capital sticks right there. Scratch Barry Melrose from this highlight. Brassard's 4th goal of the playoffs. He's been very good, and the Rangers up 3-1. You want to see a goal? Here's one of the great Stanley Cup playoff goals maybe ever. Alex Ovechkin fights through the 2 best defensemen on the Rangers from his knees. Look at the speed, look at the power, and then look how hard this shot gets away, beating Henrik Lundqvist. Simply an amazing goal by an amazing player, the top goal scorer. The Rangers are going to hang on and win 3-2, series all even, as they shift to Washington, D.C. Also on this greatest sports Saturday in history, of course, the Yankees and Red Sox are playing. Alex Rodriguez is in the lineup after tying Willie Mays last night. He'll ground out in the 1st inning. A-Rod went 1 for 4 today. Brett Gardner sparked the Yankees with opposite field hitting. Top of the 5th, tied at 1, runners in 2nd and 3rd. And Gardner, the base hit. Chase Headley and Gregorio Petit come around to score. Gardner had 3 RBIs, all on opposite field knocks. The bottom of the 8th. Sox are down 3-2, 1 on 2 outs. Dylan Betances in for the 4-out saves. And well, that's nasty. Called strike. Take it again. That's Mike Napoli. What are you going to do with that, Nap? Nothing. And the next pitch, Betances humps it up a bit. 98 miles an hour. Ends the inning. Betances struck out all 4 batters he faced. The Yanks went 4-2. All right, the Angels and the Giants. It was Metallica Day at AT&T.
Why not?
Sure. Top of the 4th, Angels down 2-0. Mike Trout off Tim Hudson. Get out of town. Trout's 6th. Angels cut the lead to 1. Here's Albert Pujols on a mission to seek and destroy. again on Metallica Day.